Hi everyone, it's Drew Borski, and this is a very rainy day episode of Fantastic Fridays. Each Friday I do an episode where I explain the things that I do to try to have a fantastic day. In previous videos I've taken you around the city to try to show off how beautiful Houston is, but as you can see, it's a rainy day here in Houston, so we're kind of stuck at home. I'm in the little side garden that I created off my bedroom, which is a really nice place to come out. It's a covered porch, and I like to come out here and just find a little peace and quiet when I need it. The girls are here with me, Tamaya and Koyana, longing to go out and play, but it's just too wet. Actually, they wouldn't mind at all. They'd go out and play in that pool in a heartbeat, but I don't want to get wet, so we're hoping that the rain will break later on. On a previous video, I talked about how one way to love everybody and everything is to be gentle with them. If you're gentle with people and you're gentle with objects and you're gentle with situations, you end up having a better experience. But this week I want to talk to you about something that's even more important, and that's to be gentle with yourself. What I've experienced, and maybe you have also, is that we tend to be harsh with ourselves. We tend to be hard on ourselves. I'm not a psychologist. I don't understand why we do this to ourselves, but we tend to be a little bit harder on ourselves than we would be on other people. For example, if I'm learning a new skill with a hobby that I enjoy doing, and it's taken me 5 or 10 times to get it, in that moment I have a choice. I could either beat myself up and call myself an idiot or a loser or stupid for not getting it right away, or I can be gentle with myself and give myself some breathing room and be more encouraging. You know, I could remind myself that new skills take time, and learning the new skill is the fun of the hobby. Staying on the theme of when I'm working on one of my hobbies, oftentimes I'll find that I made an error or a mistake in what I was doing, quite a while ago. And then I have two choices. I could want it to be perfect and go back and correct it, or I could just embrace the error and know that life is flawed and that we make mistakes all the time, and it's okay. It's part of the journey to make mistakes. So I could just keep going on what I was doing and just embrace that error. I could be gentle with myself and just keep on going and know that this was all part of the fun and the process, and give myself that breathing room to move forward. Another example that I've seen is people beat themselves up for something like they let the laundry build up. So now they have this big pile of dirty laundry. And they'll beat themselves up saying stuff like, why didn't I do this? I'm such a loser. Why can't I get my life together? When it's something that's very easily resolved. Instead, if they would give themselves breathing room and say encouraging things like, hey, look, I'm doing the laundry. Hey, it's gonna be great when it's all caught up. I'm laughing because laundry doesn't seem to ever get caught up. But we can have a better experience if we just be more supportive of ourselves. I'm convinced that humans are hardwired to always do the best that they can. I think we're all giving it our 100% all the time. And when it seems like we're falling short on something we want to accomplish, we have to give ourselves some breathing room and say, you know what, I'm doing the best that I can. If we want a better result though, we need to maybe learn some new skills, learn some time management skills, learn how to be more supportive of ourselves, surround ourselves with supportive people and supportive opportunities. And I think this is the key though, that we have to give ourselves breathing room. We have to be gentle with ourselves. If we're not doing as well as we would like to be doing, we have to step back and be gentle and tell ourselves encouraging things and that is what gives us the space that we need in order to learn to do better. At the opposite end of that stick, if we're harsh with ourselves, if we beat ourselves up for falling short of what we would like to accomplish, then that dooms us to repeat it over and over again because we never gave ourselves the space in order to learn to do better. So here's another thing that I do that helps me to have fantastic days. If I fall short or make a mistake, I'm gentle with myself. I don't beat myself up. I just start from where I'm at and I try to do better. If I need another skill, I Google it and look up how to do it. I don't beat myself up because I don't know how to do something I don't know how to do. So here's my challenge for you. As you go about your day, if you find yourself criticizing yourself or beating yourself up, or worse, being really harsh with yourself, I'd like you to pause and give yourself some breathing room. Tell yourself some positive, encouraging things. Give yourself a break for not knowing what you don't know. And as that train starts to turn around, you know, when a train turns around, it has to slow down, and it takes time for that to slow down. This is what we have to do when it's time for us to turn the train around in our thoughts. We have to remember this. There's momentum and it will take time. But as you support yourself and tell yourself positive, encouraging things, you're gentle with yourself and you give yourself some breathing room, that train will slow down. And once you get it going in a positive, hopeful, encouraging direction, I guarantee you're going to have fantastic days.